Welcome to another episode of Valeo Health. Today we have Malini Ohri, who is the founder of Saante and who is a mindness and wellness coach. It's actually a very special episode for me. It's around Mother's Day. And Malini, I know her through her daughter, and I'm one of their biggest fans when it comes to Saante. I've been using their creams and oils since they launched. And meeting you, I realize where the essence comes from. So welcome
Thank you.
to today's episode.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to start first with I really, really wanted you to come on this episode because
Thank you.
we talk a lot about longevity. Now we're all, doing saunas and ice baths and, oxygen and, but
Drips.
actually drips, which I love. But, meeting someone like you realize aging gracefully, but also in a fun way,
Yes.
is actually the best health span.
Yeah.
Not the lifespan, the best health span. So I have so many questions. I wanted to first start with your, where did the seed of Saante come from? What your life story was that brought you to launch this beautiful brand.
I think this is what I was meant to do, to heal people.
Nice.
Even as a little child, my family, my aunts and all, they would look at me, they would see me and they would immediately say, our legs are paining. Because I would love to press people's legs, massage their hair and massage their shoulders. It was just something I did. And my mum was very into natural Ayurvedic home remedies.
Yes.
Not the bottled ones. Though that time they were not bottled, they used to be powdered
Yeah.
and sold to you. But she would use herbs from the garden and I would be her tail. And as my dad was in the army, we had large plots of land where she would grow fabulous vegetables.
But that's what I love, right? From generations, the wellness
Yes.
comes. Like the knowledge of wellness
Yes.
comes from your mother to you.
Yes.
Now you're giving it to your daughter.
To my daughters, yes.
And that's beautiful. I mean, that's like nothing that's available on TikTok or Instagram. We're trying now to bring that knowledge, but I think it's beautiful to grow in a home
Yes.
that had this in their DNA.
Yes. And also my dad's father, though he was a full colonel with the British Army, he made a lot of natural products. Though I never met him, but the products are still part of our
So
family's
what do you
heritage.
remember, like your mom always preparing, and that you still prepare now?
No,
for
food
your
was,
daughters?
and she was a home science graduate, so her food was very balanced, very organized, very seasonal. In winter,
Seasonal,
you had
exactly.
seasonal vegetables for the winter. Summer, you had lighter vegetables. India is a very hot country, most parts. So we never ate cauliflower in the summers. We ate all the gourds and the lighter courgettes and the zucchini type of vegetables.
So basically, what the earth gave you at
In the
that
season,
time.
yes.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah, so we grew up like that. And my mum would, if we got hurt, the first thing was turmeric with oil. And it worked like magic. And we had a bad throat, cold, and we had a Nepalese amma who used to be in the house. She would give us turmeric with hot water
Okay.
and a pinch of black pepper.
Yes.
And we really hated it, but it worked like magic.
It's crazy now, these things are becoming more popular, especially with the supplements,
Yes.
putting them all in like small capsules. But this is generations of
Yes.
knowledge that was there.
Yes. And ginger,
Yes.
lemon, you had a bad tummy, lemon with salt.
What about saffron?
Coming to saffron.
Yeah.
As saffron was given to even little babies, newborn babies, if they had a bad cold or a loose tummy, saffron mixed with water was put on the tummy.
Very nice.
If the baby had constipation, rose petals boiled in water. So I grew up listening to my mum with all of this. And now we also know that saffron is a warming spice.
Yes.
It's one of the most expensive spices in the
Yes.
world. But it's a warming spice. So if you have a cold, like if the baby had a cold, we would put it here. I've done it for my children. So that was my first line of attack. If it didn't work, 7, 8 times out of 10 it worked.
Yes.
Then you went to the doctor and then you took the meds that you needed to take.
And so when you were, let's say, raising your children, also building your company, Saante, what would you say was the most important things in raising good children that have this mindset that you have, that your mom gave you?
Yeah. You know, I would, even when my older one, Muskan, was 5 months old, I used to love gardening and I had a lovely space here. She would be in her rocker as a 5-month baby, and I'd be sitting and weeding. And Mishti was very interested also. So when she was older, I would take them to the garden,
Yes.
show them we call them weeds, but
Yeah.
they're actually herbs. And I know that one of the herbs can heal the kidney. When Mishti was 4 months old, she got meningitis and she became okay, absolutely fine. But she had temperature for 5 or 6 months
Oh, wow.
after she came home. So I rang up my mom and I said, Mom. So she said, there's something known as glowy or amrita. It's a Ayurvedic herb. And somebody was coming from Delhi and she sent it. And she said, just grind it, put an almond and 2 black peppers and give Mishti to drink. The third day the fever broke, never came
wow.
back.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it grows all over Dubai. It's all available here.
Which one was it? Amrita?
Amrita, Amrita,
Okay.
or glowy. It's
Okay.
called both.
Okay.
And it's amazing for skincare also.
Yes. And this is my, everybody now is extremely curious about how to age, how to stay young, how to, you are beautiful. And you're not only beautiful, but also your energy is very nice. It's very grounding. What do you say? I mean, the secret behind it is to age gracefully. Do we have to get all these like super expensive creams? Do we need to do this Botox fillers?
Okay, we'll talk of the Botox. Now, it's a neurotoxin. Why do I want to paralyze my muscle and have no expression? And after 6 months, my muscle is going to atrophy because it didn't work for 6 months.
Yes.
So I'm going to be worse off than when I started. And then I think it becomes like an addiction. So I have these lines of 11 here. So I remove this and my forehead looks decent.
Yeah.
Then I start seeing this. Then my attention is here. Then I do the Botox here.
Yeah.
Then I see the fine lines on my upper lip.
Yeah.
Then I do that.
Yeah.
And then I say, oh, nasolabial lines, I need to do that. Then you inject
It's
yourself
this,
there.
trying to achieve perfection.
Yes, but what the internet and TikTok is telling us.
Yes.
And again, when we see makeup done by a makeup artist, it has all been touched up after the makeup was over. So what we actually see is not the truth.
Very different, yeah.
Yeah, I've been a makeup artist for many years. Now I don't do it. Real makeup is not what you see on the Instagram.
Magazines
Yes,
and everything.
it's all been touched up.
And that's the sad part, right? Because the new generation, that becomes their standard of beauty, basically.
And
health.
it makes them very unsatisfied with themselves.
Yes.
Who said that a sharp nose is a sign of beauty? Who said the African nose is not beautiful?
Yes.
Who told us that white is better than black?
Yes.
I think the African women are stunning.
Yes.
Our Indian women who are dusky complexioned are so stunning. And they age less because they have the melanin in them.
Yes.
So there's always a pro and a con, but that's not a con at all. I mean, it's not a bad thing to be dusky.
Yes, exactly. And how do you... I think one thing we talk about a lot about aging and how to stay young and how to live longer is important, and definitely self-care. I think this is one of the things we were talking about, self-care actually improves your happy hormones, you were telling me.
Absolutely. Because you've done something for yourself.
Yes.
There used to be a writer who used to write, an Indian writer who used to write, I think, for the Gulf News. He says, I started trying to change the world. And I thought if I could change myself, I have achieved it.
Yes.
Because our world is us.
That's true.
Honestly, I mean, it sounds very philosophical.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy to tell you not to eat sugar, but do I stop eating it?
Yeah.
I can only tell you if I have stopped it.
Yes.
So,
that's true.
Self-help, anti-aging, looking good, all comes from us and the self-help and self-care that we need to do.
How does it start that I do think there's this toxic wellness that we what does it mean that I see a lot this, rigid
Yes.
schedule, wake up
Yeah.
at this time, do this much exercise, eat this well, what I eat in a day, which I'm all for giving the right knowledge, but there's always this balance that you need to keep with your mindset.
Yes.
You said something and I really love that. If you stop having fun, then it's
You
not.
finished. You have aged.
Yes,
You
you've
have
aged.
aged. You
Exactly.
have
That
aged.
is the best anti-aging
Yeah.
advice.
And I always said a smile is the best facelift.
Yeah, that's true.
So smile more.
Yes.
And then you don't see this.
Yes.
You really don't,
Do you feel that, the newer generations or how we live now, people are more stress prone, anxiety prone than, let's say, the older generation?
Yes. One, you have a lot of targets to achieve.
Yeah. Before you didn't, you
You
had
didn't.
targets.
No, our
but not
targets were
much
easy. I mean, even when the girls were finishing school,
Yeah.
the choice of which college and what they would study was
Yeah.
far more. Mine was art or science
Yeah.
or commerce.
Yeah.
So you chose one of the three.
That's true.
And in my time, girls were not looking for careers.
Yeah.
The 3 years of college was the time between school and getting married.
Yes.
I was one of, a lot of my friends have achieved a lot far more than me in the world of business and. But
You were the first generation to take us
start
to
doing,
there.
yes.
Yes, exactly.
But for me, I knew I wanted to be a beauty therapist
at that time.
at that time when I was 16. I wanted to be a doctor. I couldn't because in India we had math was very compulsory to
Yes.
join the science stream.
Yeah.
I could not do it.
But I mean, I don't think you are not a doctor, but you're somebody who brings wellness to people.
Absolutely. So I think this was my life's
Yes.
journey for sure.
Yes.
You spoke of toxic health.
Yes.
Trying to achieve more than what we are capable of is toxic. We must know our limitations.
That's very interesting. And does our limitations make us weaker?
No, they make us stronger because I will work with my strengths. I'm never going to be 5'4". I'm 5 feet nothing. And I love it because it gives me the opportunity to wear heels,
Yes.
to wear a 6-inch heel. I still wear them.
Yes.
So there's always something which is great
Yes.
in you. If I look at my daughter and say, oh God, why was I not 5'7" or 5'8"? What happens? I'm never going to be 5'7".
Yes.
I'm going to be unhappy.
Yes.
Yes?
So know your limitations.
You have to know your limitations in everything. I could not do math, so I could not do math.
Yeah.
I'm very good at analyzing. I'm very good at cooking and baking and mixing stuff.
Yes.
So that's my strength.
And you took that strength and actually
Yes.
created something
Yes.
out of
And
it.
like they say, a fish can't climb a tree and we can't keep swimming.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean the fish is stupid.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do think with the current, it's interesting you're mentioning that this generation is more anxious than the
Yes.
previous generation. And my auntie actually always, she told me, before we were only expected to take care of a household.
Yes.
Now you women are expected to take care of a household and work.
And work and look
Yes.
slim, tight, taut,
Yes.
hair colored.
Yes.
I mean, there is a lot more you all have to do. But that started with my generation also.
Yes.
And then when I was as a therapist, I noticed that women are doing more and more and more, using creams
Yes.
and having facials done regularly because they became the norm. Why are we not looking as good as our grandmoms looked?
I agree.
They were using oil and butter and cream from the milk.
Yes.
And they had their stresses. Nadine, it's not that they didn't have the stress. They had a different level of stress, different
Yes.
type,
Yes.
which today, even running a house is actually a 24-hour job.
Yeah, of 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Full time.
Full time.
You're the finance manager of the house.
Absolutely.
You're the administration manager. You're the
Purchase-
CEO.
purchase
You're the
manager.
purchase. You're the HR.
And the manager of relationships
Yeah.
was all on women.
Yes.
And and a man would walk home and say, what have you done all day?
Yes.
I worked and came, what did you do?
Yes. Exactly.
And the stress of in-laws was also there. Today we
Yes.
don't have that.
Yes.
But they looked better than us. Then
Do you think so? For not only more anxious generation, but also more toxins.
Absolutely, because we are trying to keep up with the Joneses, whether it's the car, whether it's your Botox that I want
Yeah.
to keep up with.
Yes.
It's all of that. And I think we spoke less about motherhood and relationships. We just did it.
Yes.
Today, a friend will say, "Oh, I don't think you're such a good mother."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my daughters will come, especially Mishti will come up with that and say,
Yeah.
somebody said that.
Yeah.
But it's not true. And it's also been proven now that working mothers have better all-rounded children. Because you are not at the beck and call of your child.
Yeah. So there's some independence.
Independence, and they know how to depend on themselves. So,
And how do you, so, Malini, you're very confident.
yeah.
How does this, which is very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. How
Yes.
how was this built in you, and how did you bring it, let's say, to your daughters?
Yeah. I think my mom is a very strong woman.
Yes.
But my dad,
And your mom right now, she's I think
alive,
90.
yes, she's 92, 93 now, yes.
This is longevity for me.
But my dad, though he was an Indian Army officer, and at that time, a second daughter was not the best thing that happened to you. And I was my parents' second daughter. He never made me feel.
Yes.
Yes.
You were the most important.
Absolutely.
By the way, but I always say fathers that have daughters are very lucky.
Very lucky.
Yes.
And both of us, he brought us up with that aura that we are invincible.
Yes.
So,
and that is beautiful, because I see it also, I know one of your daughters.
Yes.
You bring it to your daughters.
Yes.
And I think with this business that you've launched, Saante, I know that if anybody that has been to any of the markets here has met you or your husband, and you're bringing this community feeling.
Yes.
So thank you so much on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now I want some secrets.
Yes.
Secrets from what do you eat?
Yeah.
How do you spend your day? What are the most important, let's say, natural ingredients that you say is a must-have?
Yes.
Tell us your secrets.
Okay. One, everyone has to find their own watermark.
What do you mean watermark?
Watermark. See, water is that type of a thing which you put it into different vessels.
Yes.
It will find its own level. So what I am telling is from my experience. You have to experience it to realize that it's good for you or not good for you. You open a podcast, you open a TikTok, they say, oh, you must drink 8-10 glasses of water. Oh, you must walk 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
You must do weights.
Yeah.
We have to find what works best for me.
How do we find that?
Obviously trying it. One,
Yes. And your body tells you, right?
Yes.
Yes, no.
Yes. Many years back, I've been a health therapist, started formally learning since I was 16.
Very nice.
So by the time I was 19, I was all ready to conquer the world. And I thought I had learnt it all.
Yes.
I had not. One, as long as you keep learning, you do not age.
True.
Because if my mind is ready to imbibe, it will keep my mind young, because I keep my electromagnetic waves, and my neurons healthy. If I think I've learnt it, I will start plateauing.
Very nice.
And when you plateau, you die.
Yes.
The flat line, you're finished. So you have to keep
learning. Keep learning about yourself. Keep
about
learning
your
about
life,
the world.
and trying to make yourself, we are a work in progress. Even at 67, there is so much I need to learn. And I actually learned so much from my children, even when they were little.
Yeah.
Because their perspective was different than mine.
Yes.
Because I had learned from a different generation.
Yes.
And my children were teaching me.
Yes.
And as long as I keep learning, even from a friend,
Yes.
if I see that she's incredible with her relationships, I should try and imbibe that.
Yes.
And we're not omnipotent and omnipresent, and we're not God.
How does, I feel, especially women, you are very focused on, taking care of your kids, your parents, your career.
Your husband.
Very important also.
Yes.
As a newly married, he takes
yes.
care of me a lot too.
Yeah,
so
good.
Which
I'm
I
so glad.
appreciate.
Very good.
Yes. How does a woman can take care of herself and understand herself?
Okay. One, when we take care of our family, it's from love.
Yes.
And loves make us love ourselves also.
That's true. Very
you know,
good.
when I do something I love doing, I am really happy. And over the years, I realized when I was doing somebody's facial or a body massage or a pedicure, I would think that, I am so lucky. I'm doing something I love and I get paid for it.
Yeah.
So, loving what you do
Do.
is also a very important therapy.
Yes.
But also, if you can't get what you like, then you must like what you get.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, I've been saying this for a long time.
Can
Because
you ask for a change?
yes, in yourself,
Okay.
in your attitude. Uh, if I can change my attitude, the glass is half full or half empty,
Yes.
is my attitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you spoke of herbs, one exercise is a must. Whatever
Whatever. Movement,
movement.
right?
This 10,000, up to you. I'm so bored after.
8, 12,
It doesn't
whatever.
matter. I don't have. For years, I walked Safa Park, that 7 kilometers when it was big,
Yeah.
every day
They
for
took
years.
Safa Park away from us. It's,
Yes, now they're making it even smaller.
Yeah.
But after years of doing it, I was so bored.
Yes.
So I realized that if I'm doing something, I need to get somewhere.
Yes.
I just don't want to walk aimlessly.
Yes.
And if I'm doing, I want to walk for a shorter time.
Yes.
So I brought this in that walk 12 minutes of steps. It's like a 1 hour of walking.
Okay.
It's not 10,000 steps,
Very good.
but your body does
Move.
enough.
Yeah. But what I like is you knew what you want.
Yes.
You knew how to do it. And you found a solution around it. I think for movement, I always say that find something that you can sustain.
Yes.
That's it.
Initially, when weights came into fashion,
Yeah.
a lot of my friends started doing too much of weights. And I would tell them, you will leave it. They said, but why will I leave it? I said, life will happen.
Yes.
And when you leave it, everything will hang.
Yes.
And that's what happened.
Actually, weight,
Small amounts,
small amounts.
short weights, small
Yes.
weights, some strength training,
Yes.
even lifting. I find that a lot of women don't do anything in the house and then
Yeah.
they go to the gym.
Yeah.
Go and do your gardening.
Yeah, exactly.
Go and do your
Gardening is one of the best exercises.
I did it for years and years when I had this big garden. Never kept a garden. I would mow the lawn myself.
Yes.
I would wash the car. Not to save that 100 dirhams.
Yes.
Look at the exercise I did.
Yes. And the sun and the everything.
And
yeah,
then
why
the
not?
sense of achievement.
Yeah,
That is the dopamine
that's true.
that I have achieved. I cleaned the car so well today.
Yes.
So
And moved in the
and
same
movement.
time.
I've done my exercise.
So, we said something. Now I want to get into food and herbs.
Yes.
And you were saying before we started filming that it's not complicated. It's
It's
not.
not.
It's not that you need to go find this exotic herb in
Not
the,
in the-
other
the
end of
tablet.
the
No,
world
no.
and get the most expensive tablet and take it.
No.
It's actually everything is simple
It's
and
with
given
us.
around us.
It's around us.
Yes.
One, like nowadays I'm finding a lot of podcasts that all the dietitians, nutritionists, I'm also a nutritionist though,
Yes.
but they're saying, is beetroot better or is kale better? Why are we comparing?
Both.
Both are good.
Yes.
I mean, eat beetroot one day, eat some kale the other day,
Yeah.
eat some cooked spinach the other day, eat some boiled carrots another day. And why am I comparing an apple and a pear? Eat an apple one day, eat a pear one
Yeah.
day. All the lentils are good and they're all different. So eat all different ones.
Lentils. Yes.
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 All the flours, buckwheat. Buckwheat is there. Different millets are there. 5-6 types of
Yes.
millets. Wheat is not as bad as people are saying. Eat wheat sometimes.
Eat wheat, but the small portions.
Small portions.
Yes.
And I found that a lot of complex carbohydrates, like like different millets, don't suit a lot of people. They
Yes.
can't digest that excess fiber.
Yes. Yes.
So what is good for me may not be good for you.
So you need to really know
No,
yourself.
you need to know your body. And when I was 42, I came across a diet called the blood type diet. It changed my life.
Really? So based on your blood type, you have a
You
diet.
eliminate something and add
I'll tell
something.
the team to. We
Yes.
need to research.
There are
this.
4 main blood types. Now there are a couple more coming up. O, B, A, and AB. And why do some children vomit when they drink milk? Most of them will be A or O. It doesn't suit them.
Interesting.
And so when I started doing it, it changed my life completely.
And you also advised it to people
Yes,
to
for years
do
I
it.
was doing it on TV. I used to have the salon. I used to do it at that time over there.
I mean,
Yeah.
your life is so interesting.
Yes.
So, what is your blood type, and what can you eat
I'm a
or
B.
can't eat?
I'm a B group, B
Yeah.
positive. Now, we shouldn't worry about the B positive and negative.
Okay, good, because I don't
if we
remember if I was negative.
no, if we micromanage, we'll be finished. As it is, we are micromanaging.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I'm Indian and I grew up on lentils. And I
Yes.
love them.
Yes.
But they were killing me.
Yes.
So I had to give them up.
Lentils are very bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lentils.
No, but if you are A and if you are an AB, they're great for you. They're bad for B and some O. I mean, O's can eat sometimes.
Yes.
B cannot eat anything
Yes.
but a red kidney B,
Yes.
which is considered heavy, but it's great for me. So we need to know
Yeah.
ourselves.
I think especially for women,
Yes.
now that we saw that there's so little research done medically
Yes.
actually on women that were on standard basically said this is for men and women.
Yes.
And I think we have a very strong intuition when we
Listen to it.
Listen to it.
When we listen to our
Exactly.
body. You know, and when we are a little older, we think, oh, it's the process of aging that I have some gastritis or some bloating. It's not true. It's the food you ate.
So gut health.
Gut health.
One of
Very
the most
important.
important.
Most important.
And I know you and Mishti are fans of our gut revive.
Absolutely.
Which is very natural
Yes.
ingredients. So tell me about gut
Yeah.
health. How important is it? What are the important herbs or, you know?
See, with gut health, the first is phylum husk.
Yes. Which gut revive has.
Yes,
that
yes.
husk,
Which
yeah.
I was introduced to because I used to be acutely constipated as a young girl. It didn't show on my skin.
Yes.
Maybe because I used to exercise. And we were not eating toxic food
Yes.
at that time. There were no value added foods, no biscuits.
Processed.
Not at all. Not
Yeah.
at all.
And we were discussing your kids, 90% non-processed food.
My poor kids, they grew up.
They don't know chips
Yes.
and biscuits.
They would go to my sister's house and cheat. And they were in a day boarding, and I
Yeah.
would make lunch and take it to them every day.
Yeah.
It embarrassed the hell out of them. But I kept them healthy.
But you kept them healthy,
I
which
kept
is
them
very
healthy.
important with home-cooked food.
Yes, and they realized that when they were in the 7th, 8th, that a lot of their friends were getting a lot of acne,
Yes.
and they were putting on weight,
Yes.
and they were not.
So one of them is home-cooked food.
Home-cooked food.
Husk.
Husk is amazing. Then for gut health,
And knowing your blood test.
blood type will
blood
really
yeah,
help.
Can really help.
Your reactions to food.
Yes.
Will
Your
help
reactions to food.
food,
Exactly.
yes.
We do an food intolerance test.
Yes.
Which helps people. A lot of times when people look at their food intolerance test, they see the result. They're like, oh, I knew. It's just that they need to see it in a paper.
Yes.
But actually your body tells you.
It's telling you, but we are not listening.
Yes.
And in our Indian kitchens, we have all the herbs and the
Yes.
spices.
Oh, I love Indian food.
Cloves.
Very good.
Very good.
We also, as in the Middle Eastern culture, we boil it and drink
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Then green cardamom is the queen of spices. Great for skin health. But skin health comes from gut health.
How can you green cardamom
On the skin.
You
From
drink
your
it?
gut.
Oh wow!
See, if your gut is healthy, everything is healthy. Agreed?
Yes, 100%. Even your mental health.
Absolutely. Your joints.
Yes.
And aging comes with ill health. And like a lot of people tell me,
By the way, for me, that is the definition of longevity.
is health.
Yes.
And for me, my aging is only what bothers me with my aging is my specs. The dependence on my specs.
It's okay.
No, it's fine. No, not the way I
Yeah.
look. That I need to wear them.
Yes.
So that's my.
But I'm sure.
But I started specs only in my late 40s.
Okay.
Not earlier.
Yeah, not earlier. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
not
I
earlier.
have the specs. So, okay, let's.
So let's go back. So
intolerances.
Yes. Then
and
your spices,
Spices.
your
very
cloves,
important.
your
Cardamom.
There is a Indian spice called carom.
Yes.
It's a very small seed. It's amazing for gut health.
Okay.
For
Carom.
Carom, CARROM.
Okay.
Then there is cumin, which we put in our tempering.
we also use a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then it's actually an Afghanistani gum, dry gum, which is called asafoetida in English.
Oh, wow.
We put it in, we temper all our lentils with that. It will not give you bloating.
Okay, very interesting.
So anyone who cooks lentils,
Yes.
whether they are green lentils, yellow lentils, pink lentils, should temper it with asafoetida.
Okay, I'll put that as a note.
Yes.
Now, I find it fascinating that, Earth already gives us everything we need,
Yes.
One of the minerals now we found out was the shilajit.
Yes.
It's a kept secret from India. Now the whole world is
knows
finding it out.
It's actually not a mineral. It's like sweat from the stones, between the stones.
The Himalayan mountains.
Yes, stones, yeah. The only thing is we have to be careful that it's not being pilfered with. It's not being cheated with.
So it took us a lot of time to find it.
The right one, yes.
The right one, because we realized we third-party tested it and everything.
You have to check them,
one of the things that it's also very good for women.
Yes, and men. Increases your good hormones for men and women. So a lot of people think, oh, it's only for sexual health. That's not true.
Yes.
Your bone
health.
Joint health. But to keep joint health healthy, we need to keep our muscles healthy.
How do you keep your muscles healthy?
Exercise.
Yes.
And movement.
Yes.
And I always tell a lot of the young kids I see, they exercise, and they come and flatten out for the whole day. Not good.
Yes.
Not
Netflix
good.
and chill, we call that.
No, for me, TV is my go-to.
Okay.
I'm a healing therapist and I do sound healing and Reiki healing. And I still love my television.
Okay.
For me, that is my detox.
Yes.
Believe me. And I don't mind saying it. I'm not going to hide who I am.
Exactly. You should not.
You should not. So you say, if you lie, then you have to lie often. If I say the truth, I don't have to remember.
Exactly.
So
you live authentically.
I do. I watch my television. I walk home and I put on my TV.
No, there is good TV. Definitely. So what I'm getting from you is always have fun.
Always have fun.
Always learn.
Always.
Take care of your gut.
Yes.
And
your skin.
Your skin. So I wanted to get into skin more.
Yes.
What is the best thing you can do to not for anti-aging without doing the whole toxic?
Yeah, so now we have looked at our gut, we have exercised.
Yes, exactly.
So our dopamine and all serotonin and everything is working.
It's fine. The foundation is good.
There. We must sleep enough.
Sleep, yes.
At the right time. Occasionally it's fine. Go for the party, come home at 2.
Yes.
Do what
Dancing
you want.
is important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do all of that. But on a regular basis, sleep by 10:30.
Yes.
It may seem difficult, but when you start doing it, it starts forming a habit. And then get up a little early. Say hello to the sun, vitamin D.
Say hello to the sun.
Very important.
Yes.
I always tell people this, but I said, go do the hello sun.
I have a question. So now, more and more popular vitamin D, we're all deficient. We should take the supplement. We should go in the sun, look at the sun every morning. But was this something years ago it was popular?
Yeah, we did it naturally without thinking.
Exactly, yeah.
In India, we all got up at 5:36 in the morning.
Yes.
And there were no sunblocks or sunscreens.
Yes.
With the bad oxybenzenes in it.
Yes.
But again, sunscreen needs to be looked at, even if it's a mineral sunscreen.
Yes.
Don't overuse it. Use it when you're going to the beach. Use it when you're going for a long drive. Don't use it to drop your kids to school, I think.
Because so your
you need
skin
to imbibe
should
some.
take the sun, yes.
Some of it, we need to imbibe it. People in the Middle East have Middle East, Asia.
We are known. I mean, we
have
see
no
it in our
vitamin D.
blood test, by the way. We have low vitamin D. We have low iron.
Iron, very bad, yes.
Yes. Anything about iron, actually.
Yes.
We have a very good supplement called ferrolactin, which is iron, but vitamin C and probiotics.
Yes, together.
So it doesn't. Great. But I know that, you should take the supplements, but also food-wise, what is important?
Food-wise, beetroot, the greens, the millets.
Yes.
Okay? But please don't drink coffee and tea over your meal.
No, over?
Yes.
Okay.
Normally when we all go out.
Yes.
The minute we finish our meal, it's very fashionable to have a cappuccino or a black
tea.
Coffee.
We have, as Turkish people, we have tea.
Yes. Not
Can
good.
We have tea?
No, not immediately. It will impair the absorption of iron. Okay.
Okay.
You spoke of iron. All the meats have
Yes.
iron.
Yes.
So we should eat. Hemp iron is in the foods.
Yes.
So we should eat.
Yes.
And we must have some omega 3.
Yes.
We must have some flaxseed.
Very
Good for
important.
gut health, good for
Yes.
skin health. But it must suit you.
Yes.
Somebody says, chia doesn't suit me. Absolutely true.
Then it doesn't.
Doesn't suit you. Don't take it.
Yes.
Quinoa doesn't suit my kids. Don't
Yes.
take it.
Yes.
So find what is your mojo.
Yeah.
What's good for you. Listening and doing headstands every morning is not the answer.
If they want to, if
No,
this
if
is
it's
how
not your
they feel,
journey, that's that
exactly.
guy's journey.
100%.
And
100%.
my talking is my journey.
Yes.
Listen to it, pick up something, try it. If it doesn't suit you, throw it out.
Yes.
You need to have your own journey.
Yes.
It's like when I made Saante, I unlearned all my learnings,
Okay. How?
which means that what my aromatherapist taught me when I went to England and did my course, that was her learning. So I read my books, I closed the books and said, now I'm going to sit and think intuitively what I need to put.
So you studied aromatherapy.
Yes.
You studied nutrition.
Yes.
You studied beauty expert. This is
I'm a health and beauty consultant,
Oh,
which
wow.
took nutrition, skin anatomy, physiology,
yes.
hair care. I mean, my first 6 months in UK were only anatomy and physiology.
Okay.
And I went up to my director and I said, I'm
This is
17
not what I
years old.
signed up for.
Yeah, I came here to become a beauty therapist. And he said, young girl, if you forget 50% of what I teach you, you'll still be damn good.
Okay. Very
So
good.
that always rings in my ears, because even they'd already taught us the basis of laser. So I
Yes.
became a laser expert also. I did
Yes.
laser for many years in my salon.
And what would you say? What are you learning right now?
What am I learning right now? I'm learning about mushrooms right now.
Yes, actually, very
Yes,
good idea.
yes.
It's becoming
Very, very good for skincare. But okay, when we did Saante and when I came up with my Ayurvedic elixir called Inara, I took out 4 of my earlier skincare serums because too much is too much.
yes.
It's very
Yes.
confusing.
So that oil itself.
Yeah, does take care of all skin types except very oily.
Okay.
Takes care of all skin types.
And my favorite one is the lymphatic
Yes.
oil, which removes all
The extra water in the
yes.
lymph, yes.
And you bring all your herbs. Everything is done locally
I make everything here.
Okay.
Everything is made here.
And when did you decide? Okay, I want to open this business.
That was because when I used to do a TV show, with
Yes.
Pakistani TV, I had people coming from all over the world ringing me up in the middle of the night. So my daughter said, Mom, what are you doing?
Yes.
You're giving people all your knowledge. Firstly, free knowledge is not appreciated.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not. Put your learnings in a bottle.
Yes.
Sell your healings in a bottle.
Yes.
So that's how I started.
But that's how you also go more into like a exposure into more people.
Yes.
And you be able to help more people.
Yes, that's what she kept saying. Mom, you need to make money from what you know.
Yeah.
Do you only want to heal the world, or would you like to make some money? So I started laughing. I said,
Good. So you have a daughter who's a commercial.
Yes. For me, my whole aim in life was to be an amazing beauty therapist.
Okay.
It was never to
But
make
beauty
money.
is not only actually.
No, it's
now
not.
we learn, right?
It's the whole thing.
It's the whole thing. It's
beauty
the inside,
inside.
it's the outside.
And as we get older, it is our goodness that makes us prettier. You'll see a lot of very perfectly chiseled women, and they're not pretty.
There are some people, you meet them, they become prettier the more you meet them. And there are some people, they become more.
Yes, because your inner thoughts. And a very old British English saying was, handsome is as handsome does. So we put it feminine, pretty is as pretty does.
Yes.
If you're a good person,
yes,
and I vibe with you,
yes,
you're pretty.
then it works.
It's not the features. I've always said this.
So now, around Mother's Day.
Yes, yes.
And I know we have a lot of like girls, ladies, women listening to us. What would you say are, you know, if you're talking to them right now, the 4 most important things that they should do or they would want to do to be, to age in a fun way and gracefully and really enjoy this life? Because we have one life.
We have one life.
We have one
One
life.
is please be kind to yourself.
Yes.
That is, which I said that
it takes a lot of discipline to be honest.
It does, yes. And you need to love yourself before you love anyone. Honestly, because if you don't love yourself, nobody will love you or appreciate you, which is what I learned. My daughters taught me that.
Yes.
My daughters taught me to appreciate myself.
Yes.
You
Beautiful.
know, and maybe because I imbibed that in them.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I take credit for the way my both girls are.
So wellness came, from your mother to you, to your kids, but
Yes.
actually it also comes back up from the kids to
It
the
does.
mother.
Yes, it does.
Very nice.
Because many years back, I used to love reading Reader's Digest, and it said that I brought this child into this world. I would love her to teach me this world.
Oh, nice. Very
Because
nice.
as we get older, we forget the plants and the trees, and we are doing our own thing. And when you take your child into the garden, she's looking at the butterfly, which you forgot to look at.
And you look at that, it's not growing quickly.
Yes. No, but you look at that
That's
butterfly because your daughter is chasing that butterfly.
That's true.
And I love pets. Right now, I don't have any dogs, but keep an animal in your life.
Yes.
It is the best chi.
Yeah. That's
Good
true.
energy.
And it could be like a bird.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yes, anything.
Not fish. I got fish. They kept dying.
Yeah, but
It's
I
very
have fish right
depressing.
now because I don't have dogs, so I have fish. But I found a way of keeping them.
Good. Very
But
good.
again, I think being an energy healer, maybe they took away some bad energy also
Yes.
from you.
So that's true.
Good.
So love yourself. Have a pet.
Have a pet and teach your children good habits,
Yes.
good ethics,
Yes.
morality. Teach them good things which you want.
Can you teach ethics, morality, or do you live it?
You live it.
Yeah.
You cannot preach what you don't practice.
Yes, 100%.
Absolutely. I was bad in math. I told my girls I can't do math.
Yeah.
So a lot of my friends said, but why are you telling your kids this? I said, nobody's perfect. Being mothers don't make us perfect.
That's true.
They don't. I was damn good in my studies. But I could not do math. So I could not do math.
Yes.
It's fine. I did other things better.
Yes. I think this is one of the messages you said in the beginning also. Know your limits.
Have to know.
Work on your strengths.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what you are good at, bring that. And you must have a hobby. Your children are not your hobby. Your husband is not your hobby.
What is your hobby?
My hobby was dogs. I love gardening.
Yes.
I love gardening. And it's my product.
Yes, that's true.
Honestly, like I said, I loved what I did and it brought me money.
Yes.
So also try, having a high-powered job is great, but it may burn you out.
Yes.
And now you're seeing that.
Yes.
A lot of people are leaving that six-figure salary.
Yes.
And doing the more natural, basic things.
Yes.
And you have to keep it basic. Eat well. Okay?
Eat well. Cook your own.
Cook your own food. Even if you have a house help, it's fine. Because your home shouldn't become your drudgery.
Yes.
Especially in the Middle East, we can have home help.
Yes.
You don't slave over the iron, the hot iron to iron the clothes. You don't need to do it.
Yeah.
So give it to somebody else to do. And also when you give work out, you're giving her a livelihood.
Yes.
Her or him a livelihood.
That's true.
Which is very, very important.
Yes.
I'm just going back, Nadine. We spoke of spices and herbs.
Yes.
Don't overdo it.
Yes.
Turmeric is fabulous. But the Asian person like me who puts turmeric in their food does not need to have a golden latte at coffee time. Too much of anything is bad for the liver. It's toxic.
Exactly.
So too much of the spice, burning boiling the clove.
Yeah. Balance.
And drinking it every day, 10 cloves every day will
Yeah.
toxify your liver.
Yes.
Keep away from sugar. That's one. No, don't stay away completely. Life is to enjoy.
80-20.
Life is to enjoy yourself.
Yes.
You can't be a hermit in this world.
Yes. I mean,
You
as we
can't
said,
be.
we live one life.
Enjoy it. I love my sugar, but I choose what I want to eat.
Yes.
I will not eat a dessert just because it's a dessert.
Yes.
I'll eat a dessert that I like.
And you choose to
Yes.
have it.
Yes.
Very nice.
I also think that overeating is very aging. Overeating is, and we are all eating too much.
You know what? I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, we are
I think
overeating.
we eat with our eyes and not with our,
Yes.
satiety, like
Yes, we don't.
bodies. Yes.
A lot of times people will ask me, how much should I eat? You've said, okay, follow the blood group. How much should I eat? I said, pick up the plate. Put the food one time in your plate. Don't go for a second helping. Your eyes have told you what your stomach needs.
Yes.
But when we go the second time, it's the food we like.
Yes.
If the food was very tasty, it's the butter chicken, it's the roast mutton,
Yes.
it is the amazing
It's
tiramisu,
a bit of gluttony there.
then it is the tongue which is making you eat, not your stomach.
And it takes you 20 minutes to feel that.
So eat slowly.
Yeah. I think I can speak many hours.
Yes.
I learned so
Yes,
much today. I want to
yes.
thank you.
Thank
I
you.
hope our listeners also learned. I'm sure they did. And I'm sure we'll do more
More.
episodes together.
Can we do one more for a minute?
Yes.
Toxic creams,
Yes.
shampoos, toxic, that's also toxic beauty. We are
Yes.
lathering ourselves with products we think are great. And they're
And,
actually aging us.
Just, with food, for example, when we eat food, we can directly feel.
Yes.
The problem with toxic shampoos and creams, we don't.
You don't feel it, and it's 100% imbibed without any digestive process.
Yes.
So it's actually harming us. We are putting glycolic pills, alpha hydroxy pills, retinols, and we are sensitizing our skin. And we live in a very, very hot country, which has AC for 6 months of the year, 7 months of the year. And then the sun, even in the winters, is strong.
So the best is always to look at the ingredients.
Always, always read. Take a picture, come home and put it on Google.
Yes.
We all are not scientists, neither am I. Even I check. I'm not a biochemist, so I
Yeah.
also check.
Yes.
So check. But when you're checking the chemicals or in your products, also check the chemicals in the food you are giving your children. The biscuits, the bread, the colas. The value-added food is harming our gut the most.
Processed food.
Processed food is harming us so much. And the body is not separate. The body is one.
Yes.
And we only pay attention to our face. We are aging here also.
Yes.
So put the right oils.
Yes.
Put plain oils. I don't care. Put an almond oil if you want. Put a coconut oil.
Okay, last
Yeah,
question.
yes. I know.
Hair health.
Starting with the gut, the skin.
Wow.
Don't
Even gut
hair.
hair.
Absolutely. When I'm not well, my hair will fall. So eat the right foods, like I said, enough protein, enough omega-3s, enough calcium, food from your flaxseed and your foxnut, enough lentils. And a varied diet is a good diet. Varied diet. Don't eat the same lentil every day.
Yes. I mean, your stomach gets bored.
Yes. Eat a different non-vegetarian regularly.
Yeah.
Eat loads of fish, but the ones with oil. The shampoos you choose, the conditioners you choose. Oil your hair regularly once a week.
Yeah.
And use my Saante hair tonic. It'll make your
Yes.
hair grow.
We
It really
will.
makes it grow. But you have to do it
Yes.
regularly.
Yes.
Regularity is also the thing.
Yes.
I exercise 3 hours today and don't do anything for 3 days, not working.
Yes. It has to be built into your everyday.
Every day.
And there is a purpose behind it, and
Yes.
there is a
A
reason
consistency.
behind it, and consistency.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
And being relevant with everything. The food you eat,
Yeah.
the talk you talk, the good friends you have,
The talk you talk to yourself.
self and with good friends.
Yes.
A good friend is very important. And women's health is Also better because we have good friends we can
Yes.
talk to.
Yes.
But not toxic friends.
No.
Not toxic friends.
I think the older you get, the more you realize
You
they
need
bring
to.
nothing. Yeah.
You need to remove them,
100%.
sift them out, yes.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Nadine.
2 more episodes.
Yes, I hope so. I can chat for the next 10 hours.
I
You
can
know
chat
that.
with you too for so long. So we need another episode.
Another episode
Thank
soon.
you.
Thank you so much for having me.